welcome back one of the best hosts in the business, Tom Bergeron, the master of ceremonies of Dancing with the Stars and the host now in its 21st year of America's Funniest Home Videos, an incredible, successful show. And Brooke Burke, she's in her first season as co-host of the show. As we mentioned, Brooke was the season 7 winner of Dancing with the Stars. How's this season going, Tom?
Well, this season has been not only because the lovely Brooke has joined me, but also because I think we learned from our season 9, which frankly wasn't our strongest, how to bring the show back to its basics, which was fewer couples, tighter production, and the response from viewers has been great. I hasten to add that we've beaten American Idol in the ratings a few times.
How'd you explain that, by the way? Really?
More people watched us than them.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. That was basically how that happened.
You look at that.
Yeah. Oh, yes, obsessively.
Brooke, did you want to become part of the show? I mean, you won it.
I did. You know, it's an amazing experience for me as a host professionally to be able to come back to a place where I really have so much compassion for what the dancers are going through. It brings a whole nother element to what I do because I've been in their shoes.
Yeah.
And I think for a woman as a host, this is the most glamorous gig on television. So
is there a lot of backbiting backstage, Tom? Is this very competitive?
You don't see it, do you? If there is, they keep it from us. I've never seen any real. I mean, you're more apt to get the tension in the back room.
I think I experienced something different than you experienced, but I think people would be surprised at what a family affair it is really, because when you take celebrities and you strip them down and they're so vulnerable and they're doing something that they've never done before, there's a lot of support actually, and I think many people are competing against themselves, and even though everybody wants to get that coveted Mirrorball trophy, there's applaud, there's support, everybody is just, there's a lot of love in the Celebraquarium.
Yeah, sometimes it's a family affair. In isolated cases, it's just an affair. Yeah.
Mr. Quipster. A lot of this season's drama, by the way, seemed to center on reality TV star Kate Gosselin. Take a look.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Don't come back and then just do basically hardly anything.
Kate and Tony.
I had the opportunity. I'm very, very honored to have been here.
Brooke, did she have fun?
I hope she had fun. I think this was such a challenge for her that sometimes the emotions that go into really putting the dance together live consumes you. I think she probably learned a lot about herself. We had fun being with her. You know, there was so much negative press centered around Kate, and I actually think she was lovely. I think she was going through a really difficult time in her life, but I never saw that side of Kate that everybody wrote about. Never.
You too, Tom?
Yeah, I was totally charmed by her. I had never seen the John and Kate plus 8 show, so I didn't have that backstory. And the Kate that we encountered, that I encountered, was self-deprecating, had a very easy smile, and was working through some real anxiety about getting out there and dancing live. And I think by the end, and I think her tears proved that, she was emotionally invested.
You and Ryan Seacrest, you have two similar roles there, hosting very popular shows that are competitive. What's your role?
I think to keep the trains running on time, basically, you know?
A timekeeper?
Yeah, kind of, to keep the show on the rails, and also to, I feel very protective of the couples, so if I feel like the judges have really come at them a little too strong, I go back at them.
What's your role, Brooke?
Well, you know, I spend most of my time back in the Celebraquarium with them, so, you know, I get them when they've just come out of performing live, either getting bashed or getting praised. So I get the very emotional side of them, and I really want to support them and kind of hold that together in there. And I also, because I've been through the process, I completely understand what they're going through. So I want people to see that side of them, of what really goes on behind the scenes and what they're going through to make this show happen.
And I think she has the toughest job, in all honesty, because you're trying to engage them in conversation when they're either still bristling about the judges' comments.
Sometimes they might not want to talk. Sometimes they're overwhelmed. I remember after I would come off the dance floor with Derek, your adrenaline is so high, sometimes you couldn't even hear the question because you're in your own zone. So I'm very, very sensitive to all that, but it's delicate. Sometimes I just want to hug them and maybe not talk to them. Sometimes I want to let them vent. Sometimes I want them to let people know what's really going on, and I need to get those votes for them because they're all working so hard.
Tom and Lawrence Lawrence Taylor competed.
Yep.
And it has some problems now, the great football player. Did you get friendly with him?
Well, not friendly. I mean, to the extent that I knew LT on the show, it was clear he also thought it was going to be easier. We talked about some contestants who think it's going to be easy, and when he was voted off, I said to him off the air, I said, LT, we'll see you at the finale, because everybody always comes back for the finale, and his response was, oh. And I can't use the expletive he used, but he wanted to be on the golf course more than back with us.
I don't think anyone realizes how difficult it is.
That's it, exactly. And when you're in an environment where suddenly you're not the top dog anymore, and you don't know it all the way.
Especially with the athletes, because they're so used to being supreme at what they do, and they come into another situation.
Right. We'll have more with Tom and Brooke, and we'll have tonight's 25th Larry King Live moment. It's got a dancing theme next.